Welcome back to Day's Drama Digest TV, your ultimate sanctuary for everything Salem. Today is a beautiful, thrilling day to dive into some absolutely explosive predictions for August 18. Grab your coffee and buckle up because the drama we are about to unpack will leave you completely breathless. We have to start with the absolute bombshell that is rocking Salem to its core right now. Gwen Rizchek is officially back in town. Are you kidding me? After being kidnapped and dragged all the way to Alemania by her absolute nightmare of an ex-husband, Dmitri von Leuschner, our favorite bad girl has finally managed to escape. We all know that Leo Stark has been over there faking a terminal illness to buy them time and fool Dmitri, and it looks like that desperate, chaotic plan actually gave Gwen the tiny window she needed to make a run for it. But honestly, escaping Dmitri is only half the battle. The psychological toll this has taken on Gwen is unimaginable. She has been manipulated, used, and held captive by a man who treated her like a mere pawn in his twisted inheritance games. When Gwen finally sets foot back in Salem, she is immediately intercepted by Rafe Hernandez. Rafe, playing the ever-dutiful cop, tries to cut a deal with her. He wants dirt on Dmitri, he wants the full story of what happened in Alemania, and he is pushing hard. But here is the wild part. Gwen is not easily swayed by his empty promises. She completely shuts Rafe down. And you know what? I absolutely love this for her. Gwen has spent her entire life being thrown under the bus by the men in her life, from her father Jack to Xander, and now Dmitri. She is done being a pawn for the Salem Police Department. She is guarding her secrets fiercely because, in her mind, information is the only currency that keeps her safe. Her refusal to cooperate with Rafe shows a hardened, more cynical Gwen who is ready to play the game on her own terms. After brushing off Rafe and his badge, an exhausted and traumatized Gwen retreats to the temporary safety of her suite at the Salem Inn. She is likely expecting to finally take a breath, maybe pour a drink, and figure out how to rescue Leo. But you will not believe what happens next. There is a sudden knock at the door, and in walks an uninvited, highly unexpected guest, her half-brother, J.J. Devereaux. This is absolutely insane. JJ showing up completely unannounced is a massive cliffhanger. What on earth is JJ doing back in Salem, and why is Gwen his very first stop? Let us dive deep into the psychology of this sibling dynamic because it is fascinating. JJ and Gwen share a father in Jack Devereaux, but they grew up in an entirely different world. JJ was the golden boy who struggled with his own demons but always had the safety net of his family. Gwen was the discarded, forgotten child who had to claw her way through life. Despite their differences, JJ has always had a bit of a savior complex. Is he here because he heard about the Alemania kidnapping and wants to rescue his sister from her own destructive choices? Or does JJ have his own dark secrets that he is running from? Knowing the Devereaux family, it is probably a messy combination of both. JJ might be the only person in Salem who can actually break through Gwen's thick, defensive armor. I am betting we are going to see some deeply emotional, tear-jerking scenes between these two as they navigate their shared trauma. While Gwen is dealing with her surprise family reunion, the younger generation of Salem is busy playing Cupid, and it is honestly the wholesome content we desperately need right now. Tate and Holly are secretly scheming behind the scenes, playing matchmaker for Aaron and Ariana. We all saw the sparks flying between those two, and they just shared their very first kiss. It is such a sweet, slow burn romance that brings a much-needed breath of fresh air to the show. Tate and Holly know exactly what they are doing, pushing Aaron and Ari together under the guise of responsibility. And what is that responsibility? Aaron and Ari are going to be spending a lot more time together because they have been tasked with babysitting little baby Trey. But this innocent babysitting gig is actually rooted in a devastating, heart-wrenching tragedy. The only reason they are watching Trey is that Johnny DeMera is practically living at Salem University Hospital, completely consumed by an absolute nightmare. If you remember from our timeline updates just a few days ago, Chanel started experiencing sudden, agonizing pains and went into premature labor, facing some truly terrifying medical complications. Johnny is currently pacing the sterile hospital hallways, facing the horrifying reality that he might lose both the love of his life, Chanel, and their unborn baby. The psychological weight on Johnny right now is crushing. He is a young man who just wanted to build a beautiful family, and now he is staring down the barrel of unimaginable grief. The contrast here is brilliant but cruel. On one side of town, Aaron and Ari are discovering the innocent joy of first love, while watching Trey. And on the other side, Johnny's entire world is bleeding out in a hospital bed. Johnny is feeling helpless, terrified, and utterly broken. This is the kind of emotional storytelling that Days of Our Lives does best, ripping our hearts out while simultaneously giving us butterflies. But the drama surrounding Johnny does not stop at the hospital doors. And this is where the storyline gets incredibly intense and deeply psychological. Theo Carver tracks Johnny down and absolutely unleashes on him. Theo confronts Johnny in a massive, emotionally charged showdown about lies, secrets, and endless plotting. Theo screams that he is sick and tired of Johnny's relentless scheming and demands to know exactly what Johnny has been hiding from everyone. This confrontation is a masterpiece of dramatic irony, and we need to unpack the sheer genius of it. Theo is standing there, demanding absolute truth and transparency from Johnny, completely and utterly unaware that his own family is currently orchestrating the most devastating, soul-crushing lie in the history of Salem. Think about it. Theo is furious about secrets, but he has no idea that his father Abe and his uncle EJ are hiding the fact that his miraculously resurrected mother, Lexi Carver, is rapidly deteriorating and dying all over again. Let us look at Theo's psychological profile for a moment. Theo is on the autism spectrum. He processes the world through a lens of absolute truth, loyalty, and deep, profound emotional connections. When he lost his mother Lexi back in 2012 to that brain tumor caused by the toxic fumes in the Demera tunnels, it completely shattered his universe. Now, Lexi has been brought back, and Theo's heart is full again. He thinks his family is whole. He has no idea that EJ found a dying Lexi in that shipping container meant for Kristen, and that she is currently hidden away in the Demera mansion, fading fast. When Theo is screaming at Johnny about the damage that secrets can cause, he is unknowingly predicting his own imminent psychological destruction. Theo knows, deep in his bones, that hidden truths destroy families. He is projecting all of his subconscious anxiety onto Johnny. When Theo finally discovers that Abe and EJ lied to him to protect him from Lexi's impending death, it is going to destroy him. He will never forgive them for stealing his final moments with his mother. This argument with Johnny is just a ticking time bomb. Theo is demanding the truth from the wrong Demera. The sheer tragedy of Theo demanding honesty while standing in the shadow of his mother's secret deathbed is Shakespearean-level drama, and I am entirely here for it. Amidst all this heavy, suffocating darkness, with Joy Wesley fighting for her life against leukemia, Alex moving out on a devastated Stephanie, Kristen Demera roaming the streets disguised as Susan Banks to manipulate little Rachel, and Lexi dying in secret, we are finally getting a beautiful glimmer of light at the Brady pub. Julie and Forster have been growing closer and closer lately, and their relationship is about to take a massive, romantic leap forward. These two decide to attend trivia night together at the pub, and what starts as a fun, competitive evening quickly shifts into something deeply romantic. The atmosphere is perfect, the chemistry is undeniable, and we are going to see Julie and Forster share a beautiful, passionate kiss. It is so refreshing to see a mature, slow-burn romance blossoming in Salem. Julie has been through so much loss over the years, and seeing her open her heart to Forster is genuinely heartwarming. It proves that no matter how much tragedy is unfolding in this town, there is always room for love, hope, and new beginnings. Honestly, the juxtaposition of all these storylines is what makes this show a masterpiece. You have Gwen facing her demons with JJ's sudden arrival. You have Johnny facing the potential death of his wife and child while teens fall in love babysitting. You have Theo demanding truth while living inside a monstrous lie about his dying mother. And you have Julie finding love again. Salem is an absolute powder keg right now, and every single character is standing right on the edge of the cliff. I cannot wait to see how all these explosive secrets detonate. What do you guys think? Will JJ be able to save Gwen from herself? Will Chanel and the baby survive this terrifying ordeal? And how completely shattered will Theo be when he finds out the truth about Lexi? Let me know all your thoughts and wild theories in the comments below.